Welcome to FOMO Consulting for your daily AMC stock analysis video on Thursday, May 20th. Ladies and gentlemen, today we were as hard as diamonds. We certainly held our own. We traded flat. We made a great recovery at the end of the day. And I promise you, we are as strong as ever. And as always, the apes are winning, the diamond hands are winning, and most importantly, the retail investor is winning. So if you find this video informative and entertaining, please like, share, certainly comment, and most importantly, subscribe. It is a newer channel, and I would appreciate your support. Let's get into the video. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to everyone who has liked, shared, commented, and subscribed. It means the absolute world to me. Thank you. So let's start with a quote. There are some secrets which do not permit themselves to be told. By Edgar Allan Poe, fantastic poet. No doubt we are looking for all the secret hiding places that our opponent is certainly hiding, all the ghost shares, phantom shares, whatever you want to call it, how they are able to short us each and every day. We are certainly on a single-minded mission to find the truth. So let's look at the broader market. So overall, all three major indices were up. Had a very bullish day. Advancers outweighed the decliners. Most importantly, the jobs data came in very good. People are able to return to work. That is certainly improving, and no doubt AMC is hiring. So today is a day of perspective. So let's look at how AMC did on the broader market today. No doubt, based on Webull, AMC was the most popular stock on the market, even on a down day, with a popularity percentage of 8.6%. More importantly, if you look to the left, the most active stocks today, our baby AMC, was in the top 10, even with 61 million in volume. As you can see, we were surrounded by Apple and AT&T and certainly Sundial and Ford. We had a great day. It was a lower volume day. Most importantly, there was a lot of monthly options expiring this week, so there may be something to that as well. But let's look a little deeper here. So crypto is bouncing back quite well today. Overall, Bitcoin, Doge, they're all making a recovery, as you can see. And a little piece of news, Coinbase is in acquisition talks with Osprey Funds. So that's good news. So if you want to look into that further, if you're a big crypto person, take a look. Good stuff. But overall, I'm finding it, and I'll show you shortly, a deeper relationship between crypto, AMC, possibly GME. So I have a homework assignment for you here shortly. So let's look at AMC. We closed down 8 whole cents. Terrible day. $12.55 or down 0.63%. Down after hours, no big deal. We actually had a very strong day, and as you can see, compared to the broader market, we actually mirrored the broader market almost to a T. Most importantly, we broke below the VWAP midday, but we recovered by end of day. So that was good to see. Overall, just a pretty flat consolidation day, and that's exactly what we needed after the 20 some odd % gains we had last week. So let's zoom out just a little bit. So this is the 4-hour chart going back several months. So you can see where we have certainly had a huge run up. We are doing quite well. I have no doubt whatsoever in this stock and our bullish nature, but most importantly, you can see the consolidation against that red illustrated trend line. We needed to cool off. We got way overextended on that trend, so I believe we are bouncing now and we'll continue our bullish run. So what I want to show you on the right is currently where we are. So the yellow line is the $14 level. Let's just call it the launch pad. It's the wall we have to break. The green line is pretty much around the base we've traded over the last 2 to 3 days. About flat consolidated. As you can see, most recently, we're just kind of crawling along that green line. But the overall trend, as you can see by the red illustration, is up. Look down below that on the right, you will see where we got completely overextended, overbought on the RSI. So we did need to cool off. We've come back down into the trading channel, essentially. We've cooled off, but we're still on the bullish side of it, which is great to see. Looking over to the left, you can see what we looked like in mid-March. You can see where we ran up to the $14.54, 87 cents, whatever you want to call it. We fell off pretty hard, but then we found that consolidation, and then we ran right back up. Hopefully, and my anticipation is we have found a new floor. We have now retested that area of $14 or so twice. I believe we may very well be repeating this pattern on the left that you see. We just needed to cool off. So hopefully I am right, and I'm very hopeful. So let's look at the bigger picture. So this is the daily chart. As you can see, right in the middle of the screen, the yellow arrow, that is around mid-March as we were crawling up to the $14.50 range or whatever. You can see where we had the big spike, had a little consolidation, fell off just a little bit, and we continued our upward bullish climb to the $14 level. We were far lower in price. That was back when we were in the $6 to $7 range. So now we are certainly finding a new floor. And if you recall, just 2 weeks ago, we were all disappointed because we were yet again into the $9 to $10 channel. We actually broke 9 into the high 8s. We are now arguing and disappointed at $12.50. Let's put things in perspective. So as you can see to the left in the black box, MACD is fully bullish on the crossover. RSI just needed to cool off. Volume has certainly upticked over the last week, and the alligator has its mouth wide open, and the moving average is certainly trending upwards. But again, we needed to kind of cool off, come back closer to the moving average trend line, and I believe we'll be just fine. Just my personal opinion. So this goes back all the way to December 2019. So if you look, we are at a level now, again, perspective, we have not been since any time in the last, say, year and a half with AMC stock. You can certainly see the baby squeeze of $20, but we have slowly but surely been grinding upwards. Bigger picture, right? Furthermore, we may very well, and these are the weekly candles, we may very well be forming a weekly cup and handle. I believe it was Sunday, I posted a video that had that information about a cup and handle forming on the weekly, and there it is. I am, this is not technical analysis certainly, but it certainly looks bullish to me. So do your own due diligence, but I'm showing you what I see. So again, bigger picture. This goes back all the way to 2015. So let's start on the left. You can see where AMC was up in that $30 share range. Obviously, due to a lot of factors in the economy, this, that, and the other, you can see where AMC traded at $20, as evidenced by the middle trend line. And as we stair-step down, that is our current level, right around that $14, $15 range. We are not very far from that trend line. The green line is kind of our illustrated trend that we've been since January, December. We are certainly at the bottom and working our way back up. Even if we do not squeeze, we certainly are showing signs of being a bullish recovery play. I believe, my personal opinion, not financial advice, I believe minimum we are a $20 to $30 stock with the benefit of a highly likely squeeze event. That's how I look at this. Is I don't get discouraged. The squeeze is absolutely what we're all playing for, but the worst case scenario is we're holding a $20 to $30 stock, in my opinion. So let's look at a little different perspective. So obviously the company being in COVID, you can see where the shares the shares outstanding have increased substantially over the last year. And this is the historic trend and the actual uh, amounts of shares. So they've been in survival mode. Clearly, they've been issuing shares. However, and I know the share count is up coming in June, early June. We don't know what that's going to say. We don't know what's going to be released. And quite frankly, it's important, but I don't know if it's necessarily going to be, a launchpad catalyst. I'm not sure what they'll share, but I am certainly looking forward to it. But again, the company has certainly been in survival mode, and their financials reflect it because they are improving day by day. So this was a great piece of news that came out in an article today. Take a look at it on Yahoo Finance about the success of Godzilla vs. Kong and what it means for the movie industry going forward. So take a read, and that's a good article. So tomorrow, I believe that we'll be dancing in the streets, and if we are, turn on Van Halen. It's a great song. Get pumped up, positive energy. We could very well close above 13 or 14 and put an awful lot of options in the money. So dance, dance, dance. So let's look at the short interest today. So Ortex on top is today's data, below is yesterday's data. So overall, the exchange reported short interest has not changed. As a matter of fact, it hasn't changed in several days. Estimated short interest percent of free float has actually gone down. Again, I believe that's very good for us. Percent free float on loan at 25.32, which has gone down about a point. Shares on loan has gone down to 125.63 million. I believe that is somewhat good. They are certainly exiting their positions and trying to get out. And I'll show you what that looks like on the chart. Days to cover at 1.3. Again, I believe we're in the 3, maybe 4-day range, depending on how it's calculated. Cost to borrow has gone down just a bit because certainly they have been exiting their positions and recycling shares. So that lowers the cost to borrow. Utilization, again, is creeping back up towards 100%. Overall volume today, 61 million, but as I showed you, we were in the top 10 most active. Short shares available, 1.4 million at the time of this recording on Fintel, and the fee of 8% for the borrow fee on Fintel. And the retail ownership currently, based on Fidelity, is 63.9%. 415 institutional buyers. So this was a chart I showed you yesterday. This is really going back about 6 months or so. If you look in the mid-March timeframe, you can see where they exited their position. These are all the short data trend information. So if you look more currently on the right, you can see where we peaked and now we're falling off. It matches the Ortex data. So when they exit their positions, that means they're covering, and that means our price goes up. So hopefully this trend continues. This chart is about 24 hours behind the data, so hopefully I'll be able to update this again tomorrow, but we're about a day lag on some of these indicators. But overall, you can certainly see where it matches the mid-March time frame. So this is the information today. Kind of cleaned up a little bit, simplified. You can see mid-March in the middle of your screen, they exited their positions. Price went up to 1450 or so. You can certainly see where they are exiting the position. All of the utilization, borrow fees, shares on loan are all trending downwards. So this is a closer view. You can certainly see again, mid-March, price ran up, they exited their positions. We are in that same scenario now. I do believe, if not tomorrow, next week, again, we will have another bullish run. Just my personal opinion. And these data lines should continue to fall as they begin to cover. So this is today's information versus yesterday. So you can clearly see where it is all in a downward trend. They are playing with less borrowed shares. They just don't have the ammunition. They are cycling 5 to 10 million shares. Again, I believe blessing and curse, the price ran up to above 15 the other night. I believe there was a lot of people that sold out at that point, freeing up shares. But again, the battle continues. So let's look at what they were up to on the borrowed share. So this was at market open. They basically had a borrow change of 54,000 shares, no big deal. But they certainly shorted us down because they already had shares in their pocket. So if you look how the market day ended, they returned 12.39 million and they borrowed 7.27. Again, lighter volume day, easier to short on SSR, but nonetheless, mission accomplished. But we fought back hard and we consolidated and traded flat. We were as hard as diamonds today. We, I believe, have found a new floor. Again, 2 weeks ago, we were at 9.50, 10. We are now clearly holding the $12 level. I'm hoping and I believe we will stay. So let's look at the options. So clearly very bullish, 2.4 to 1, calls versus puts. A lot of open interest. I'm sure everyone's heard, about the June 18th $40 strike call and the open interest there. Absolutely huge. Big money, big bets. But you can see on the right side of your screen, the yellow arrows, just a lot of bullish sentiment. Even people are buying in today for calls, around 12, 13, 15, whatever. Most of these are calls. Some are expiring tomorrow that were purchased today. So again, very bullish. So let's look at the information. So I've updated this. I want to show a different perspective. The red lines indicate, in my opinion only, the wide range of highs and lows of closing tomorrow. Yellow is more cautionary. I believe $12 could be in play if they really go after us hard. But the green lines, that to me is the battlefield. I believe 13 to 14 is still going to be the battlefield. I believe you look at the open interest at 13, there are almost 27,000 contracts that would be in the money. Close at 14, 28,000 contracts would be in the money. 1350, a little over 10,000 in the money. So I believe, without a doubt, the battle will be in that 13 to 14 level. At 1250, there is not that much open interest on the call side. Closing above 1301 would be exceptional. Closing at 1401 would be phenomenal. And I believe we can do both. Certainly, I believe 13 and 14, I believe, is very much in play. So this is where I need everyone's help. We're going to do a little due diligence together. So I need everybody to help me out. Start digging, start looking for information. So I've been doing some background research, and there is a very real thing going on. It's called tokenized assets. Basically, you can buy an asset that basically mimics the underlying stock. So this article actually specifically is about AMC. It is on, I believe, currency.com. It's a foreign website, but again, it's an interesting read, but I'll lead you down the path of where I'm going. So as you can see, how to invest in AMC stock with tokenized assets. So where the yellow arrows are, and again, feel free to pause, read this. This gives an opportunity for traders to invest in AMC stock and benefit from the movement in its price without the need to own any stocks. The currency.com trading platform also offers leverage up to 500 to 1 to its clients when trading tokenized assets. The generous leverage gives a chance for trading even for small investors and traders because they are able to open positions with a couple £100 and still have the chance to make decent profit. Again, this is a foreign website. More importantly, this gets into the United States, and this is actually trading as I speak using Bitcoin and Ethereum. AMC Entertainment Holdings tokenized stock on the FTX exchange. On the 18th of May, $654,000 in volume was traded using cryptocurrency tokenized stock. Now, just think to yourself, could they use that to short? Let's find out. Go figure. So Ethereum, so short positions with distributed ledger technology. Feel free to pause and read. According to Radar Relay, sophisticated investors have demonstrated an interest in tokenized short positions for the last year, thanks to the team behind DYDX / a platform that allows for the open source protocols of decentralized margin trading and derivatives. Short tokens are now available. Get them while they last. The first short token to enter decentralized trading. Short Ethereum is already available on Radar Relay. It's a short position taken from an Ethereum token and built through the DYDX protocol. The new short token can be traded directly from a wallet just like any other ERC-20 token. The representative said it's expected that there would be identical move in the price of the token whenever the underlying stock goes up or down. Interesting. I move forward. So this is on currency.com's website. Look at the spread. $12.35 and $12.60. Somebody is making money. And this is trading as I speak. And if you look on the bottom right, you'll see long position, overnight fee, short position, overnight fee. So if you wonder, again, foreign exchange, why AMC pops up at 4 a.m. high or low, I believe this might be your answer. Again, I need your help to doing additional due diligence based on some of my personal time constraints. Let me know what you find. One last thing, a tokenized stock is not a security. Rather, it is a derivative in the form of a token, which is tethered or pegged, quote unquote, to an underlying asset. Rather than being pegged to fiat, like stablecoin, these tokens are pegged to a publicly listed stock. This is from Bittrex Global. Bittrex generates digital tokens on a one-for-one for each share. Basically, one token per one share. Wonder why all the institutional buyers have been buying in. Wonder why crypto's been crashing. Representing a collateralized derivative contract. Investors purchase tokens, gaining exposure to company stock indirectly. Again, help me with some due diligence. See what you can find. Spread the word. I'm just curious on where this may go. And as always, I have skin in the game. I've been bleeding the last couple of days just like you, but I have more faith than ever in AMC stock and where we are going, ladies. And I still believe we will land in the $13 to $14 range. That is my personal opinion. I believe the options will drive that, and I believe the whales will step in and force the price, hopefully above 14, but 13 will still put a ton of option calls in the money. But 14 is better, right? Close with a quote. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Mahatma Gandhi. No truer words, because we are trying to change the financial market, free and fair trade, how this game is played, and by trying to change, we need to remain respectful, do our part, and be the change, because that is the new world we are trying to create for other retail investors. So I hope you found the video informative and entertaining. If you did, please like, share, certainly comment, and most importantly, subscribe. I would appreciate the support as always, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. And as always, I hope your life is full of green candles. Take care. Bye-bye.